Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. And I'm not gonna lie, this building kicked my butt really hard. As you've seen in the time lapse, I didn't finish the roof. Actually, there was a little bit in the time lapse where everything goes dark, and I come back and just put down this carpet. Yeah, this roof kicked my butt so hard that I rage quit for 3 days. I just could not finish it. I made this one pretty much freehand, very little planning. So the only thing I did in creative, because like I say, I very often plan things in creative. The only thing with this building I planned in creative was like the size of the windows, that there wouldn't be any windows in the middle, and this bit here. That wasn't very complicated. The rest of the building was completely improvised and it went really well. I like it. It's good for what it's supposed to be. This one I thought, oh, okay, I can improvise even more, and this part is good. Like, I like everything up to, basically up to here. And then up there is just, it just doesn't work. I have to tear it down, I have to put it back again, I have to do something, but we've got an episode to make. I can't spend an entire week on trying to figure out how to build one building because that would be stupid. So I've done some additions in here. So this is the piston crafter. This is the sticky piston crafter. I also added a slime block crafter because I figured that, well, since I have so much slime balls coming in, why not just use them? And I've been picking up slime balls from slimes that have been spawning on the roof here. As you might have seen in the time-lapse, this was a very nice spawning platform. Now it isn't because, yeah, it's carpeted. But yeah, the slime farm is working fine. Oh, I put too many slime balls into the... I put slime balls into the hopper and now the farm stopped. That's supposed to happen. It's fine. It's gonna restart again. But we're going back to what we were working on last week, and we need to put a TNT factory here. And of course a sand maker for the TNT factory. All the crafters are designed, done, everything is done. I just need to put them up quickly. I'll be right back. Alright, the TNT crafter is built, and yeah, I will probably have to test it because I rotated it from my blueprint, which means, and many of my autocrafters, and definitely this one, are directional, but in this case I think I only need to switch places between gunpowder and the sand. And I think in the original this one is supposed to have gunpowder, so because I rotated it 90 degrees, or 270 degrees actually, so I just need to change place between... Uh-oh. That doesn't sound right. It didn't use any of the sand. Oh, ooh, ah. Oh, that's not good. Well, it did output some of the gunpowder. What's going on? Let me take out the sand, put the gunpowder back, and we can quickly put the sand in here. Why was it filled with gunpowder? That's very strange. Let's try it again. Oh, it is already filled with gunpowder, so maybe that's the problem. So this one was supposed to have... Wait, let's put in the gunpowder here. Let's put in some sand here. Yep, it is working. Perfect. And of course, it only did 2 crafts because I ran out of gunpowder, right? Yeah, I did. Of course I did. But that's very expected, and this machine isn't that particular about starting partial craft, so I probably don't have to have this mechanism here. You can already recognize the composters, I hope, which measure that the dropper is not completely empty. I probably don't need that, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, this is working good. Let's get some more gunpowder. I will need to hook it up to the item stream first, and then I have to connect this gunpowder to the item stream somehow, and then I also need to reroute the witch farm drops into the item stream here so we can pick up the gunpowder from the witch farms as well. But let's just see. Oh, I can even see particles from creepers dying. So we're getting gunpowder. Let's get some more gunpowder and see if we get more TNT. Actually, did we get TNT? Yeah, we did. We also got some mistakes, but that's fine. That was from debugging. Oh, the creepers are dying so fast. How much gunpowder? And the bats are dying too. This is a good bat farm. Unfortunately, bats don't drop anything useful. This wasn't it. This was it. Yeah, it's just working. So the output from this farm is gonna be here. And I think I'm just gonna leave it to autocraft as much TNT as it needs to fill this chest and this hopper and this dropper. And the only way we're gonna be, well, enabling this farm, and I'm doing air quotes with my hands, enabling, maybe that's how we do air quotes in Minecraft, enabling, is to just suck items out of this dropper into the water stream. Yeah, the machine will just refill itself. So that's how we're gonna be turning it on and off. And the switch would be here, and this is just needs to get powered by something. So that should be very, very simple. Perfect. Now let's hook up the gunpowder and let's fix all the water streams, because that's the next part that needs doing. And the water stream from the witch farm is rerouted. I just noticed that there is a bit of chain there that I need to remove, but that is fine. The chain is now here instead on this new water stream. The item filter is set up, but I realized something that might actually be an issue, and I am crossing the streams, or whatever it's called. I made a crossroads for the water streams. The problem is that the items coming in here might just end up in this direction. I need to test this. Let's see. I throw in a gunpowder here. Yeah, it continued to the... Oh, but it did turn around. So maybe it is not a problem? Might not be a problem. No, it's... no. Oh. It might be a problem with hopper cooldown. We might actually not be catching all the gunpowder in the filter because of hopper cooldown, but I don't think there's much I want or need to do about it, because this thing is not going to output it that fast anyway. Nah, I think we're good. Okay, let's turn this thing on then. Right here. Alright. I might need to figure something out for this. Yeah, we are missing a lot of gunpowder in the filter that is not catching it because of hopper cooldown, because the timing gets all wonky. And then I'm also outputting it too fast from this thing for the filter to catch it. So that might be stupid. I need to slow down that clock. Yeah, I cannot have a clock like this. That's the conclusion here. A slower clock here, and yeah, the gunpowder is hooked up, and we will need sand. So let's slow down the clock and hook up the gunpowder requesting line and build a sand factory here somewhere. So I'd rather not have a problem with the gunpowder flying into this water channel and stuff from that flying in here. The timing just didn't feel right. So I did something like this instead. I let both of the water streams have a little bubble waiter here and have the items hit the chain. I actually tried to stop the items in this block somehow. And I tried different waterlogged blocks. I tried a sign. That didn't really work. That still let some of the gunpowder through. Same thing with a chain. That didn't work. Same thing with a sea pickle. That didn't work either. So I don't think it can be done. And even if it could stop the items from the sides from flying over to the other side, it will probably interfere with stuff that is coming from this direction. And I will probably have some other farms in this direction. So yeah, let's just do this. This is probably the best way to merge the water streams without causing too many issues. And everything should be correctly hooked up now. Well, I didn't make the sand maker yet, but I focused on this part first. And oh yeah, okay, nothing broke. I was thinking like, something must have broke. Let's debug on camera. No, we just full on gunpowder. And I think I'm gonna go more with this idea of how to control the farms. So what I mean is that instead of the autocrafters turning the farm on and off, the only thing the autocrafters are gonna do is to suck items out from the farm from a dropper, and the fill level of that dropper is deciding if the farm should be on and off. So this dropper is now completely full, and that turned off the creeper farm. And once we suck out enough items from this dropper, we will turn on the creeper farm again. I think that might actually be smarter. At least for this farm, it's definitely smarter. And that's exactly the same mechanism I'm going to use for this autocrafter, which, well, technically is going to be a farm for other farms. So the other farms are also going to be turning this thing on and off, and it's going to be controlled by the fill level of this dropper. We have a bunch of TNT now. Let's get the sand done and hook this thing up there so other farms can request the TNT. And we've got sand now. Unfortunately, I just noticed that this machine kind of just killed itself, and the reason is that this piston here moves this observer and stops the machine from running when it's low on materials or shouldn't run for other reasons. Like, it's connected to the master switch now, and I need to cover this up with the wool. But I noticed that, well, the sand is not coming in really fast enough for how fast this is crafting, which is weird because isn't this supposed to be 5,000 sand per hour and this is slower? Maybe it's not slower, maybe this is just crafting way too fast, but I think I have a solution for this. I literally just wanted to start recording and it killed itself in that exact moment, but I'm pretty sure the solution should be simple. So this is one of the situations where we can actually do debug on camera, because I'm pretty sure it will be an easy fix. I should be careful flying here. Oh no, I don't need to be careful flying here because I did already cover up the lava. I think it should be as simple as this. Just have a little bit more of a repeater here, and we should be fine. Especially since the machine won't stop when the droppers are empty, only when they're partially empty. And I just need to power this piston. How do I do that? I can do it like this. Now the machine has officially stopped itself, and now it should be restarting. Yeah, we're getting TNT. Perfect. So this is working. We have sand. Yeah, it's time to start cooking with TNT. Well, we're almost there. So for those who are new to this series, what's happening here is that I have a setting in the carpet extra mod. So I'm having a few mods on this server. And, well, one of is obviously autocrafting, which I'm using extensively here. This area is just gonna be one big autocrafting factory, and it's gonna be a lag monster, by the way, because I have just noticed that's like my MSPT is already really high when I'm here. But another setting that I have that is not vanilla is that when you drop an anvil on a bit of cobblestone, that generates sand. I already have a sand generator exactly like this one in my base, so I'm not gonna explain exactly how this works. It's just some timing. I have actually published a video about this exact machine. You just drop anvil on sand. The timing is very, very finicky, but when you get it working, you got a lot of sand, but still not enough for my TNT crafter. But yeah, so the sand now is being combined with the gunpowder from the creeper farm, and we are making TNT, and this TNT, we're gonna soon use it. Like, really soon. And now, we're finally cooking with TNT. Oh yeah. So, this machine here is my own take on the recently published cobblestone generator by Ilmango. It's heavily inspired by it, but yeah, he didn't publish a design, and he had a very good reason for not publishing the design, with which I kinda agree. And I just took inspiration from it and built something similar on my own. It's relatively compact. I think I made it a little bit too big, but for a first attempt, it's good enough. In my testing, this generates about... Oopsie, I should not fall into the machine because there is lava here. Well, there is cobblestone, but there is lava behind this cobblestone. Hello, lava. It's right there. But that's how the cobblestone gets generated. But in my testing, this machine generates about 12,000 cobblestone per hour. It's not perfectly reliable how much it does generate because lots of the cobblestone gets destroyed by either the TNT because it lands on that obsidian or crying obsidian block, and lots of the TNT also falls into lava on the sides. So this machine probably does better when it's with a TNT duper, because then you don't have to conserve the TNT, but it's good enough for my purposes. I spent actually a ridiculous amount of time trying to make it spam proof. So this clock here will not misbehave even if I do something like this. As you can see, as you can hear, the TNTs are coming out at the right pace all the time. I think I might have heard one extra. No, everything is fine. So it is spam proof, and this block that controls the clock does not come up at the wrong moment, so that's good. But I just realized this is completely unnecessary, because I will do exactly like the other machines I've been talking about, and it will just be controlled by a chest down here, which will, when it's empty, it will turn on the machine, and when the chest is full, the machine will turn off. So that was completely unnecessary, but it was an interesting exercise trying to figure this mechanism out, and it works quite well. I had some help with the clock from Boyen on the creative server. I just jumped in a few hours ago, and he showed me a slightly more compact and nicer clock design, and that was also easier to make spam proof. So I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, the TNT just jumps out of this dispenser. Right now I don't have any way to refill this. We will have to work on that. And then it floats through the water and falls down. And the reason why it flows through the water is because we don't want the TNT to be visible to the previous TNT, which is still in the process of exploding. Let's turn the machine on, and maybe we can see it. And maybe we will get blown up in the process. So this TNT is exploding, and the next TNT is falling down. I am actually getting hurt here. So that is working quite nicely. And the glass, well, the glass is just here so we can see what's going on. That's no big deal. And the lava here meets the water because the water is in the waterlogged stairs. They meet in the corners here, create cobblestone, and then the TNT lands on this crying obsidian block here, which is quite hard to see. Maybe we can see now, there's too much water here. And that places the TNT perfectly so it can blow everything up. Like I said, unfortunately, sometimes the cobblestone flies to the side and into the lava, or lands on this crying obsidian block and gets destroyed, but it's good enough. And it just gets picked up by the water and into here, and I will have to somehow pipe it up into the water stream. No, I won't, because like I just said, there will be a chest here, or maybe just a dropper. I don't even need a chest. Yeah, it's a dropper is enough, and that will control if the machine turns on or off. That's it. Let's hook it up, and we will be cooking with TNT properly. Because right now, well, this was just a test run. I just hooked up the hoppers and the dropper here and started building the clock here that would be spitting out the items, but I realized that there is a very good reason why I don't want to pass the items through a dropper here. And that is because the cobblestone here generates in, well, in lumps, so 16 items at a time. And they would fly up into the water stream as, well, one, I don't know what it's called, one entity. It's probably not one entity, but, you know, like 16 items in one bunch. And that will get picked up by the filters later. If I have a dropper hooked up here, the items will be coming one at a time, and then double speed filters don't work particularly well. And, well, cobblestone is a thing that will be needed in larger amounts in some of the crafts. So I think, yeah, this is a bad idea. Let's go back to a bubble waiter where we will send up the items into the water stream directly. And then this anti-spam device actually will be very useful and good. So yeah, change of plans. Again, let's bubble wait the items properly. All right, the bubble waiter is done. The filters are all set up. the TNT is already coming in because I hooked up with this little yellow carpet here. Well, not carpet, I mean redstone line down here. And I actually had a debate with myself if the carpet should go outside the building or through the building, but I decided through the building because why not? It makes inside of the building slightly more interesting, and I'm using less black carpet everywhere, which is actually slowly becoming an issue. I'm running out of carpets. I will need to tackle the wool farm soon, maybe even before this entire place is done, because this place is gonna take months. So, I have connected the master switch here and also connected the line from there. So the way I have hooked this up is that the requester for the cobblestone and the master switch both control a torch. If any of the torches is on, then that means that the farm is off. And if both torches are off, the farm should be on. And let's run it live. Boom. Boom. There is the boom. And let's just cover it up. And this project is done. We are definitely cooking with TNT. But we are completely out of time for today. Mostly because of the rage quit, because of that building behind me. I'm not joking, I rage quit for 3 days because I just couldn't take it and I couldn't figure out how to deal with that building. I still don't know. Maybe if someone has any suggestion what I can do about the roof, it probably needs to be higher. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But otherwise, thanks a lot for watching. And have a good blasting. Bye.